Since even before Halo Infinite launched, there's been a lot of excitement around the prospect of the Flood being in Infinite. However, there hasn't been any evidence until today to suggest that 343 had any real plans for that. Thanks to my good friend Green Knight, who does a ton for me and for the entire community around my channel, we now have hard evidence that there is either a planned Flood game mode for Halo Infinite's multiplayer or a scrapped game mode that got so far as to have Jeff Steitzer recording voice lines for not only joining into the game mode and saying its name, but also for objectives, special medals, and things like that, which is extremely promising. So again, huge shout out to my friend Green Knight. There's a link to his YouTube channel in the description where he has all kinds of really cool Infinite modding and other MCC modding content. Please go check it out and support him. It'd be great. But I don't want to waste too much of your time. I want to jump in, show you this information, get into a little speculation, and kind of feel out what all these leaks mean. So that being said, leave a like on this video if you enjoy, subscribe for more interesting Halo Infinite content like this, and let's jump right into it. So first things first, the Flood are sorta kinda in Infinite, that being that there's the Easter egg for the Flood infection Silex in campaign, and then of course we have Cortana mentioning that there is something worse than the Flood in the main Halo Infinite campaign story. After that though, there's not a whole lot to go off of other than the extended lore letting us know that yes, the Flood are on the ring. Now the juicy stuff. My friend Green Knight, like I said, link to his channel in the description for all of his really interesting Halo Infinite content he discovered and then gave to me these voice lines here, and I want you to just listen to them for yourself and we'll kind of go over them.
Survivor. Survive against the Flood to win. Flood. Flood Exterminator. Flood Conversion. Flood Hunter. Flood Stopper. Flood Survivor. Flood Victory.
So the initial impression that I got from this was that Flood was the name of a game mode. It was just called Flood, and it kind of seems like it's infection because you have two sides where you are infected and turned into the Flood, or you are a Flood survivor. The first voice line, which I'll play again for you here,
Flood,
sounds very reminiscent of a game mode introduction. Slayer, Capture the Flag, Flood. All of those together just kind of makes sense. Then as a human, you have medals and things like Flood Exterminator, Flood Hunter, Flood Stopper. However, all of this is just speculation at the end of the day, as this could be an entirely different kind of game mode. We have Flood Victory, but we don't have like Hunter Victory in these voice lines. It's possible they're still in there waiting to be discovered, but these are just the main ones that come to mind. The only other Flood-based thing we have to go off of is during some leaks a little while back, we saw images of this. I call it the Flood Cookie personally. It looks to be some kind of game mode object, and it is a Flood object. And what's interesting about it is the Flood in this look more like the Halo Wars 2 Flood, where they're kind of more orangish and glowy, because we haven't seen Infinite's Flood style ever since 343 changed the art style, and this is kind of our first glimpse at it. That being said, it seems pretty obvious to me that there is some big plans with 343 in-house to make a Flood game mode. Whether or not that's going to tie into the campaign and campaign DLCs is yet to be seen. My personal opinion is yes. I think that's like an obvious direction to go with and an obvious wrench to throw in the entire struggle on Zeta Halo, but that's just me and my personal opinions. All we have for concrete evidence is that 343 is far enough along with whatever this Flood game mode idea is to have Jeff Steitzer record voice lines and for them to even be shipped into Halo Infinite's game as is. When we will get them, whether or not 343 is still working on that mode, and if this is even worth worrying about is yet to be seen, but they're so far along that we do have them in game ready to be data mined. So we'll really just have to wait and see what happens with this. That being said, if any more discoveries are made, go subscribe to my channel, please, and subscribe to Green Knight's channel in the description. He'll be quicker on this than I will. And of course, leave a like if you enjoyed it. It'll let the YouTube algorithm know that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you did. Leave your speculation comments in the description, because really that's all we can do at this point is speculate. Want to hear your ideas. Follow me on Twitter if you want to hear any updates on this that I don't make it into the next video. But that being said, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you there.